Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Hey peeps, it's me, Crystal, part of Kicking It with Keisha and KC. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode.
And I'm Keisha.
Sorry, it's been a minute. Today we have a special guest. I would like to introduce everyone. Some of you may be familiar with her, but introduce to some and present to others, Miss Lay'na Michelle, the RnBEmpress. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good.
That's
Feeling good. Loving the vibe.
Oh, I'm glad. Some of you may know Lay'na because of her music. She has 2 songs out. They're streaming Spotify, YouTube, Apple, wherever streams are, it's streaming. The first song is I Wanna Know. And then the next song is wait a minute. Hold on. What was the one you was just singing, Keisha?
That's it.
No, wait, it's another one. I'm sorry.
And it's 2 albums.
Yes.
Say she have her packet
I'm
together.
proud of you. Yes.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Thank you.
So let's get to know Lay'na Michelle. So how did you start singing?
I've been singing since I was 3, I'm going to say, and writing music. And this is the funny story with it. I don't know why, but I was going around the house talking about Save the Bunnies. Why? I don't know. And the reason I remember this because my mama is the one that remind me all the time. This is where you start singing. And I'm like, oh, and you remember the tune and everything. So it went from there. And then fast forward, he heard me singing in the shower. And he said, okay, we're going to record it. And I recorded something. And that started to take off a little bit. You can tell it was my first piece of work. But after that, I kept going.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, let me just give you all a few facts about Lay'na Michelle. I'm sorry, Lay'na Michelle, the RnBEmpress.
There you go.
And I'm gonna tell you
her name.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you what I find fascinating about her. Okay, so between both albums, she has over 735,000 streams on Spotify.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a lot. That congratulations on that, and counting, right?
And counting.
And counting. Okay, and then the next fact is, she was nominated for 3 awards with Josie Music. Is Josie right?
Yeah, the Josie Music.
Okay,
Awards.
the Josie Music Awards, Album of the Year, Artist of the Year, and R&B Soul. Now, I find that fascinating because I read that it's over 48,000. No, wait. Yeah, 48,000 submissions, and for you to get those nominations, like that's pretty big.
Thank you.
Yeah,
They had to come
that's
through a lot of
awesome.
applications. So congratulations.
Thank you. That was God doing.
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. Yep. Now, a local fact, but national as well. In 2019, Lay'na Michelle was awarded an exhibit inside the Charles H. Wright Museum for her performance for the Detroit Pistons. Because of this exhibit, Lay'na Michelle is the only music artist alive signed to a major label or independent label ever to have her own exhibit inside of the African American History Museum. That means Beyonce don't have it.
I love you, Beyonce.
Smokey Robinson don't have it.
Smokey Robinson don't have it. The greats don't have it. Like,
Exactly.
But she's great now, so hey, I guess
Yeah, that
great
is
to
big.
us.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very big.
Yeah, that is huge.
Okay, so do you remember your first concert?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was really nervous. I had my lyrics on the the little thing that hold the music, and I was reading my lyrics, and I was like, I don't think this gonna go pretty well. But they passed the hat around. I came out with $50. It was only like 10 people there. I was like, what? I made $50. He was like, okay, you made some of your first concert, and I got spoiled. And that's the reason I was like, oh, it's time to pay me, you know.
Right. Like,
I mean,
I
didn't
get paid to do this.
I done did some concerts pro bono, you know. I done paid my dues, but $50 and this is my first concert.
Yeah.
I made gas money back.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Exactly. Now, this is what I find fascinating about you. You show up in other cities, and you take their awards. And when I say that, this is what I mean. Yeah. Okay. And she won the Female Artist of the Year in Jacksonville, Florida.
Like how?
Exactly. And I'm quite sure people in Jacksonville, like, you know, they're good. But for you to come all the way from Detroit, go down to Jacksonville and take their stuff, I know you left them with an attitude.
Ooh, I love y'all, but I mean,
You got to do what you got to do.
I don't see myself as a local artist. If you think small, you gonna be small. I see myself as an artist that's just not signed to a major.
Okay.
So with that, you know, like you were saying, Beyonce, she done got this award, that award, this award, and they not all in her city. Why can't I get some awards that's not in my city?
Don't
You
even
know,
be signed to a major. In this day and age now, in the climate of the music industry, and you bringing up Beyonce, right?
I love her.
I recall a few years ago where she did a major deal with Pepsi, right, and made her record label mad because she supposedly went behind their back or whatever. So it was like, what I'm saying is, you know, you build your own brand to the point where you are able to make the deals yourself. You want them to come to you. You create the value on your own. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You are the product. You know what I mean? So you go out and make yourself valuable to the point where they want to come in and you know, buy into you. You know what I mean? You don't want to look like now, like it's like, you know how people talk about getting deals, like how it was back in the day. That's like the equivalent of me. Right now, that's like the equivalent to me of getting on a horse and fighting a war with bow and arrows now in 2015.
Right.
Why would you want to? Why would you want to use the old way of, you know, the old way? It's a whole new atmosphere out there nowadays. So
I do bring up Beyonce a lot because I like that woman is an entertainer. I love that woman.
A real powerhouse.
She the bomb because I still go around to, but you can't break my soul. Everybody's like, I'm tired of that song. I'm not. So,
Right.
it's very motivational and inspirational to the ladies. That's
It
the thing
is.
that I like about her. You know what I mean?
yeah.
She is. She's very uplifting. You know, when you have somebody that, for little young black girls to look up to and say, hey, that's something I can be one day. You know, that's inspiring.
Yeah.
And Summer Walker was just saying that R&B is dead right now.
Well, wake it up.
Yeah, she said she was
Exactly.
going to try and come out with an album to kind of bring back the old R&Bs. How you feel about that? About it being dead?
I'm not going to say it's dead. We just got to keep moving with the time. I mean,
Yes.
that's just like I was listening to some of the rap songs and I'm like, what is that on? And my mom was like, how you think we felt about what you was listening to? Oh, okay. And you know, some of our rap songs now is on the station that our parents was listening to when we was in the car. So it's like, oh, you know,
They
you just gotta keep moving. I'm not gonna say it's dead. It's just, this is what they're listening to. You know, we the old school, we the aunties and uncles of the club now. We just gotta face it.
Right.
Because who is a good R&B artist mainstream that's out there really putting out R&B music right now? That's, you know what I'm saying, that's just strictly R&B, the Keith Sweats or the, you know,
Right.
just the
And not Blue Eyed Soul.
Right. And that kind of R&B / pop, you know, like, but just straight R&B. Like, I don't think we have that right now.
But that's just like you see, we keep bringing up Keith Sweat and bringing them up because that's, I mean,
Older,
Yeah.
what we listen to. But so I feel like the generations now are missing out on good music. Even
Yeah.
with the rap. You know, it's all about popping perks and, you know, let this bitch suck my dick and bend over and, you know what I'm saying? That's what the guys talking about. And then the women, Megan Thee Stallion, I love her, but she keep rapping about the same thing.
Yeah.
Badass,
I believe
got
it.
some
I believe
good
the type
pussy.
of music that we are looking for, and it's not that we're looking for We trying to relive our golden era ages, or you know, what I'm saying, our golden years. But I believe it exists. It just the machine is not promoting it. They're not putting it to the forefront. You know what I mean, there's a lot of that stuff that exists in the quote underground circuit, right? Or just not mainstream. It's not pushed in the you know, in the mainstream of the flow of what you hear on the radio and the videos or whatnot. And part of that is, I don't know if they do that because that's what's selling, or if that's what's selling because they do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you know, it's all about the money. It's all about money at the end of the day with the industry.
And
you know
that's what I like about your
too.
song. I want to know is it's pure. It's from the heart.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
She say, I'm going to do what your mama do. You want me to do what your mama do? Wash your clothes, fold your drawers.
I'm just saying.
Something like
somebody said Ari Lennox. I'm not familiar with Ari
I
Lennox.
love Ari Lennox.
She
waking it up.
She's waking it up. She's got you, and a lot of people don't, like you said, you don't know Ari Lennox. So
I know her. I like her, but I don't
Yeah.
know Ari Lennox.
Okay, she's growing, you know, out here. I actually just got on her a couple months ago, you know, and started listening to some of her music. So I'm gonna have to dig into that.
I honestly got to get into a lot of the newer artists. There's like so many artists out here nowadays, and they pop up from
Kyle.
nowhere. Seem like, you know what I mean? And it's crazy. Like, and then in the hip hop scene, I hate to say it, but like a lot of times you don't hear about them until they died. I've learned about a couple of artists when they got killed. So,
Which is sad.
A funny story about that. I was telling my friends, I was like, you know, I really like that Pop Smoke. I said, when he come in concert, I said, I'm going. And they were like, what?
like what?
I said, when he come in concert, I'm
dead.
going. They was like, well, if he come in concert, you'll be the only one there. I said, why? They said, because he's dead. I was like, oh.
Okay, Stacey Dash. Look.
Somebody, I forget what podcast it was on, and this was just this week. Somebody was listening to Mo 3, and he was like, yeah, I want to hear some new music from this, because he was listening to it. I'm like, dude, like Mo 3 been dead for like a couple of years. Like, what? I'm like, yeah, dog. Like, and this is like this week. I'm trying to remember what podcast it was on, but one of the panelists on. I'm like, yo, you ain't know Mo 3 was dead.
Well, I didn't know Pop Smoke was dead.
Wow.
That's just like I took it to heart when Nipsey passed away.
Oh man,
I took that like he was my family. I started crying like
Nip and Dolph was hard for me.
Yes. Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? That was my dog, Dolph, man. We got the same birthday, man. So yeah, that was.
Because it's all so senseless.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about it. And then they were all murdered. You know, somebody killed them. And it's like, you know, when somebody's in a car accident or, you know, they had COVID.
That's tragic enough. You know
that's tragic. But then for somebody to come and take your life source.
Like that's.
Yeah,
and with Young Dolph was a giver.
And a family man.
Yeah, a giver and a family man. I was listening to people talk about him and how his charity work around Memphis and things. And I was just like, wow, they took a good one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because you look at that and you think, you know, what is that saying now with the people that were aspiring to be rappers? It's like, okay, is this a dangerous job now? You look at Takeoff getting caught up in a crossfire, you know, and being killed. So it's just like you don't even have to really be out here doing much of anything. Like, who was that PNB that was out
PNB Rock.
PNB Rock, when they came and killed him while he was out eating. So it's like, it's no respect for the people around you, for any type of human life. It's just like, and then why? Over jealousy? Because they worked hard to get where they got.
It's a shame that you can't even, like, people say, oh, well, he brought it on himself or his girl, like, posting a location, like, so damn, like, now we live in a day and age, and I mean, it sounds crazy to say, but it's obvious now. So since I'm successful, I can't be where I want to be and show people where I'm at and have my nice things on, and dog, like that's inviting death.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Right. You know, why do I have to, if I worked hard for something, you know, people act like certain people are showing off or doing certain things, or they showing off their wealth. But if you work hard and you can afford nice things and you just living your life, how is that showing off? And what's
like,
wrong?
Why, like, it's two types of people in the world. See that type of thing and be motivated, or see that and be man. You know what I'm saying? When I ride through remind me when I used to drive Uber, man, riding through some of these nice neighborhoods, these rich neighborhoods, man. It's like I'm motivated. I want to get there. I'm not thinking about breaking in none of these houses.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this, Lay'na. You're an independent artist. What type of issues do you face out there on the road, other than the fact that you got to get your own hotel room and you're responsible for yourself? But what other issues do you have? Problems like with promoters, with
Other artists.
janky promoter.
Other artists.
I've had artists.
Give us a story. Give us a story.
Put nobody's name out there, and I don't put names out there because I don't
Okay.
want nobody to say, "Well, let me research this person," and then your numbers go up. No, because if you got the talent and you know what you're doing, your numbers automatically gonna go up.
Right.
I've had
Exactly.
people to pay for me to not do an interview or to do a show. Pay that, the station for me to not be able to go out there. But it's okay. That's okay with me because while you doing that, I'm doing this over here. God didn't already
people
put
trying
me
to
in.
blackball you. They see,
Yeah.
oh, she's talented. I want to win this competition. I want this spot, so I want to pay for her to not be included.
Which is another reason why you are able to go to other states and blow up.
My thing is, God said, you know what, I already got your direction going on over here. So don't even worry about it. I don't even pray for nobody's downfall. I pray, if anything, that you receive the blessings too, because once you receive the blessings, you ain't got time to worry about what I got going on.
Exactly.
So if you see me at a concert or somewhere and I'm clapping, it's authentic. That's just me. I've been like this since I was a child. It's authentic. Because I know mine is coming. I still believe God's got a blessing with my name on it. I'm not perfect, but I'm not out here hating on nobody either. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not. And that's what I don't understand. Like he said, certain things should motivate you.
Right.
But
Yeah.
instead, some people actually get jealous that either they can't get there or, and some people, like you said, they just don't have what it takes. You know, some people think they have talent and they don't. And then they're upset that you do,
Yeah.
It's that world we live in.
Because
Yeah.
while you paying for me to stop going forward, you could be taking that money to get your business affairs together.
Nigga news always interrupting some shit.
AD. So let me ask you this:
Hey,
what
what's going on?
motivates you? What motivates you other than money? Hey, Jay.
I have to
What
say,
motivates you?
and I know this might sound cliche, but I have to say God, He keeps me going because I've had a stroke. I have PTSD. People don't know, in this city of Detroit, I was sexually assaulted. So my virginity was taken by being sexually assaulted. But I didn't say, I hate Detroit, I hate this, I hate that. No, I just kept going. Because for me to be alive and still here, and when I had my stroke, for 2 months, I was not able to move 80% of my body. I was kind of stuck. But for me to bounce back and still be able to get on the stage and perform on Amazon Prime, come on now. There's a purpose for me to be here.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. He always on it with the
That's what I'm talking about.
with the sound bite.
Kind of threw me off.
Hey, that's that good engineering.
That's right. Pow, pow.
So now, singing at the Little Caesars Arena. Who approached who?
My manager / husband. Hey, boo. Hey, Zaddy. But he approached them a long time ago. And they said, oh, she's not going to be able to sing out here because she's not a major artist. And
This is the story I wanted to hear too.
And this is when they were at the Palace of Auburn Hills. I thought I was ready. I was like, I can do this. I can do this. I don't know why they doing that. Then finally we get to the LCA, and they tried to tell me, oh, you can sing with a karaoke mic.
What?
A karaoke mic, baby? I don't sing karaoke. That's not me.
Right.
And we kept pushing. My lawyer stepped up for me. Now, let me tell you how good God is. I have an attorney who is Jewish. I love him dearly. And at the time, I had an agent that was German. And then I have an African-American manager. All three of them fighting for me to sing the LCA, a black female. Now, how often will you see all of that as a combination?
How good does that feel?
Right.
Oh, that feels really good. To know that I don't care what race, what, gender you are, or whatever. I'm out here, I'm impacting people. And that felt so good. And when he told me, he was like, yeah, guess what? You're going to be singing at the LCA. I was like, I'm not ready. And it just shows it's not up to you, you know.
And you said the Palace Auburn Hills, and then you end up performing at LCA. That was a long fight.
Yes.
You had to pack your patience for that one.
And like I said, I thought I was ready, but I didn't even have an album out, and I'm trying to go out there and sing. It's like, what you gonna go out there and sing? You ain't doing no cover songs, you know? No, sing your own stuff.
Let people know your music.
Right?
Yeah, I like artists that sing their own music because, who is that? Is it Layla Hathaway? Always singing somebody else's stuff, and I'm like, she needs to have her own songs, her own album. She has her own voice, but she covered a lot of music. I'm like, I just cut her off.
You didn't have a performance at LCA to do TikTok shows, like go on there and lip sync somebody else's. This ain't a TikTok concert.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You want to hear me sing somebody else's stuff, go on TikTok and listen to everybody else lip sync.
Right, or go get a cover singer.
Exactly.
Go and get a cover singer. Go get one of those cover bands of people who's doing that.
Because if I feel that I'm going to change the face of R&B, let me do my contribution and show what I can do.
There it is.
And speaking of TikTok, shout out to y'all using my song on TikTok. I got about 100 and something people doing TikToks to my song. I'm so proud of you. I was like,
oh, that's
so proud of me.
That's the new wave, man. TikTok. I need to get my old ass on TikTok.
TikTok can get you out here. It'll put you on the map too, just with people, your song going viral, or somebody start doing a challenge to it or anything like that.
All that.
Yeah,
we should do a TikTok before I leave. You know.
Okay.
Okay.
I was telling my friend Shannon. I said we was talking about TikTok, and like you said, that's the way to go. She has this little saying, and I just think it really needs to be a soundbite on TikTok. Because the way she say it, it's like she put a little stank on it. But so congratulations to you for having a soundbite on there.
Thank you.
And you were talking about your contributions. Let's talk about your charity work. Do you have a specific charity that you work with all the time? Is it like your own charity or somebody else's charity?
I just make sure I give back no matter what. Every show that I do, I make sure that I give back a percentage. You know, the ones that I throw. I make sure. I haven't thrown one lately because I've been traveling so much. Okay. But I've given back to the Boys and Girls Club in Southfield. I've given back to the Children's Center downtown Detroit. There's so many of them, you know, and I just do it because it's just in my heart. Because what if you see me today and then tomorrow you might see me on the corner, you know, begging for money. I want y'all to be able to say, you know, I know she's gonna pay it forward automatically.
We ain't gonna never see you out there begging for money. We ain't.
I pray now.
We pray that don't happen.
Put that in the damn air.
Nah, I know that's right. I pray now. He right. I ain't even gonna put that out there.
Right. Ooh. I know. Look, I'm sorry. You know, when you go live, you know, anything can happen.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Bring the camera back up.
No, that's y'all interrupting the show. That's why I'm
gotta do the club pose.
This look right. You know, like, ooh, camera. No. Can't even get your off guard.
For some reason, y'all be getting me off guard eating. Can y'all stop doing it?
I hate when people do that. Get a eating off guard, like, oh, for real, mouth open, might have a tooth hanging out, just anything. Like, come on. Wow.
So at least tag the company. Let me get an endorsement at least.
Exactly. Okay, so the craziest thing that ever happened to you out there on the road, it can be something crazy but good, a good crazy.
Ooh. I had an edible one time.
What?
Before I went on
before the stage?
Oh, yeah. But I had an edible one time, and I was going on a podcast, and they were talking, and I don't know if y'all ever see it. You know, I'll send it to y'all. I was kind of sitting there like a deer in headlights for a second, like, oh, my turn. But
like, oh, you talking to me?
Right. And I look back on it, and I'm like, you was out of the big dog. Where was that at? Because I need to get some more of
that. Right. Now, have you ever gone out on stage and performed while you were under the influence?
Oh, no, I can't do that. Because I'm the one, if I'm going to smoke,
that's
I'm really going to relax. Plus, I get fined. Even though that's my husband, my manager's my husband, he like, nah, I will fine you because you're not gonna get out here and make me look stupid, make yourself look stupid. No, I ain't gonna have nobody trying to take that contract and say, "Oh, she forgot her lyrics. She was high." No, Give me all my coins.
I know that's right, and I didn't even think about fines and stuff like that. So they will. Okay,
we got a contract amongst each other, and people like, "You don't need no contract. That's your husband."
No.
I'm not gonna put it out there, but Lord forbid something happen. Who gonna take over? Or where's my stuff going? You know, we gonna split it. It's like this, you know. So,
and people don't understand too, when money's involved, even if it is family, you do need contracts and those things in place so that things will stay on the up and up. Because sometimes people do a lot of verbal with family, verbal agreements, and then when things go bad, when nothing's on paper, or they try to break up, somebody be like, "Well, we ain't never really signed nothing, so I can choose you today. I had them last week. They got me the gig, but I'm taking you as my manager." You know, and then the other person can't do nothing because it's just, but be upset.
right.
So that's unfortunate. We were talking about janky promotion. Have you ever showed up and they didn't have your money?
No, because I'm not gonna show up unless you already got my money.
Okay.
Because you hear about people
Just wanna
showing
make
up
sure you
and
don't
they
have
got a deposit.
Yeah.
And then once they got there, they were supposed to get the rest and then couldn't perform. And, you know, they made up a reason why the person didn't do it, but it was ultimately because they didn't get the rest of their money.
Oh no, you're not gonna put my picture on your flyer until I got my money.
Okay.
And then even with that, the way my contract is, I require my money early. No, and you ain't gonna go in no PayPal or whatever and try to get your money back.
We gonna get the money off the door, go in the back and count it. No.
You gonna talk to my accountant, and my accountant's gonna say, "Yep, everything's good." And if my lawyer say the contract is good, we good.
Now, how is that as far as like your husband being your manager? How does that affect like or does it affect the marriage? And does the role change? Like, does he get in manager mode and then husband mode? Like, how does that work?
Wait a minute. First of all, we got a shout out. We got a shout out to Jared because he's talking about hard for his wife. Do you hear me? He be going hard for her. When I tell you, okay, you know, we started off, had a conversation, then after that he started texting me. He was hitting me with the information like back to back to back to back. And I'm like, dang, like this is puffy. You know what I'm saying? Right. He was going hard for his wife. So shout out to you.
Yeah, I see. Making it happen.
Yeah.
But
that's the type of person you want on your team.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's still in the room. It's very pleasant. Okay. It's like, no, I ain't even go hold you.
It's more, he holds you, it's more accountability than anything, right?
He can kind of be a headache sometime, but at the end I'd be like, you know what, baby, I'm sorry, you was right, you seen it before I seen it. You know, that's just like when we out doing shows and somebody might flirt with me, you know, anybody else might come over there and try to grab your arm like, yeah, how you doing, to make their presence known. He'd be like, do what you gotta do. Go, as long as y'all ain't leaving, he ain't touching nothing.
You know the difference between business and bullshit when he sees it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They got the radar.
I try to get my husband to understand
and secure. Secure in his position.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
You don't have to worry about that nonsense.
I think it's me that might be that type, because you know you might get a female artist that might kind of try to, you know. That's when I'll be like, what you doing? Well, oh, okay, yeah, let him go. You know, I think it's more me that's got that territorial moment. But with him, he like, I know who you coming home to, and yeah, you ain't worried about it. Oh,
yeah.
Well, you know, when nigga news is in the building, it's always some nigga shit
going
on.
Matter of fact, it's almost time to slide it over to nigga news.
Right. So, we want to thank Lay'na Michelle, the RnBEmpress, for gracing us with her presence.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And we'd love to have you come on again and maybe do a show or do a little performance for us. Maybe we can get to hear you do one of those songs live. We'll set that up.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Tell us what you have coming up.
Oh yeah.
Well, it took me 3 years to get in this, but I am I've been nominated with the Southeastern Awards. It's a Southern.
If I hit this applause button one more time.
Right, do it.
Wear it out. Wear it out.
And the reason for me, that's such a big accomplishment because I'm in this award show for Album of the Year with 4 signed artists: Asian Doll, Duke Deuce, Key Glock.
Oh wow.
Young Buck, and I don't think there's anybody else in there.
Damn.
Oh,
But
So
for me
now
to
wait,
get
now
that-
you from what I just heard was the only R&B artist that was named in that list. I don't know. You say Key Glock, Duke Deuce. Is he? He's not a singer. Is
No,
he?
he's a
Or
rapper.
Yeah, 'cause I know
Asian Doll, that's a
yeah,
rapper.
yeah. Asian Doll is a rapper.
Now there's another R&B artist, but I'm not even gonna talk about that because I'm gonna just say this: RnBEmpress has been trademarked, and she was trying to use it. So,
Oh wow.
but then I said, "Bam, paperwork party, let's do it."
All right.
She couldn't provide nothing. And, you know, people in her city was telling her, "Stop using it." She about her business. Stop using it. Stop using it. And she wanted to try to come at me. I was like, I don't fight. I fight with lawyers. You know. And if you want to come and try to do something, I don't play that snitching role. We can, you know, I like to tussle, but at the same time, I'm going to let my lawyer tussle with you. And she stopped. So now she call herself Big Empress and all that. Do what you do, but I'm the R&B Empress, honey. Do what
So
you
there
do.
can only be one.
Okay.
Good.
All right, and on that note, thank you guys for tuning in with Kicking It with Keisha and KC. Thank you for the R&B Empress, the one and only
Thank
Lay'na
you.
Michelle, for coming in and giving us a little insight into her life. And
Thank you.
we're gonna have her come back and get some more information and have her possibly perform. We're gonna get right on into nigga news. They're gonna slide on in here and do their thing. Come on, Jay. Can we get that applause coming in for nigga news coming in with his guest host D the Barber.
Some nigga shit too.